Hold on. Wow. What went on the last 48 hours is absolutely insane. I've barely slept. I have to be honest, it was a roller coaster ride. If you've been with me, it's been absolute insanity. We're going to piece it back together. We're going to get our wits about us. We're going to attempt to get some sleep tonight, if possible. And we're going to break it down like we do every single day here on the channel. Man, I feel like I lost years of my life. My God, look at me. I look older, don't I? My God, what happened in the last few days? Anyway, let's break it down. I look pale. I look sick from gains. And I made a lot of money too, but it was just like, at what cost for my mind? You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I see Bitcoin getting a bit of a bounce though, and I want to see what's happening for BTC. So I'm excited. I saw this little flag here. They dolphin dipped it, but then they put us back up. They broke the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame, which is my go-to for a long. And if you open a long right there, boom, you're in the money already. And now they seem to be flagging Bitcoin. And to me, it's really just hold 100K. But that's a flag right there that could possibly be a bit of an Adam and Eve with the, see, there's an Adam and Eve here. See it? So a bit of an Adam and Eve with a flag, and Adam and Eve with the flag here. That takes us to about $104,745. All right. Alex put a stop loss, mate. I don't know what he's saying, man. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. That's why. There we go. What was that sound? It sound good. Sound like I broke something. Sound like I snapped something. That's why the arm was down. There we go. That's why I was about to say, like, yeah. Yeah, we're back in action now. All right. Yes. No shadow. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you. Yes. Now, see, because it was usually up here, and it didn't need to be up here. It needed to be down here. All right. It just wasn't doing the right. I had it in the wrong place over here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So, looking for this flag to break out for Bitcoin, and the volatility's here. We're in a bull market. Don't get stressed right now with this, with what happened. Yes, all coins get decimated. We do have to discuss what went on. You know, a lot of money left AI agents, every coin really, you know, and I took profits on Deepbook. Even Deepbook took a hit. And so want to see if this flag for Bitcoin breaks out. We're going to look at Bitcoin in the bigger time frame. We're going to look at the daily, the weekly close. And let's take a look at Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Shout out to everybody here for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. May God bless each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We're going to start this awesome stream. We already did start it, but we're going to continue to start it. All right. Even better than we started it the first time. All right. We're going to keep you on your toes tonight. But we are going to discuss, we're going to look at a bunch of different things, and we're going to leave tonight feeling as if we just kind of went over what we needed to went over and saw the market the way we need to see it, right? So we're going to have some fun. I can't wait to deep dive with each and every one of you and really assess what actually went on here. So, all right, first thing I want to take a look at is BTC, USDT here on Binance. All right, getting a nice little bounce off of the low, but Bitcoin, man, and it's crazy. This pumped up, and what did I do? I wanted to go to 109. I took profits immediately. I'd been in the thing all day, and then Sunday we got a pump out of nowhere away from the 21 on the 1 hour time frame. And I saw how far we were for the 21, and I said, man, that's probably unsustainable. And I took my profit. I did. Then I opened up that trade. I made 17, I made 13. Then I lost another trade for 300, but I won one for 1,000, one for 700. So I made 1,300 bucks trading leverage today, on top of this like 55,000 in total trading off of Trump coin, which is kind of insane, man. It's just nuts, man. And I called the top of Trump coin. I told people to get out when we were away for the 1 hour. We're going to bring all that down, and we're going to talk about all that too. Anyway, so Bitcoin. It's almost like Trump coin did this. It's like it was in the same, you know, structure. Like they started kind of forming, I don't know, it's really weird. But there's a bearish div there. Okay, and I did say if the 15-minute lost the 200 MA that we would be bearish. And we had to keep the 200 MA. I told all my students this. And the second you saw a candle close on the 15 below the 200 MA, you had to assume we were going to the downside at that point. I don't know what to tell you, but I did tell you this already. All right, then you get the death cross, and there you are. All right. So let's take a look at what happened here for the weekly close. And let's break down BTC. So remember where we started this week and where it all began. We, like last week, we were red, and we ended the week just nasty. Like we closed at 94.5, and you know the wick did come up. So we opened at 94,545 and 7 cents. The high was 106 and 422 and 43 cents. The low was 89,256 and 69 cents, and the candle would close at $101,331.57 down. It went up $6,786.51, up 7% on the week. So we had a 7% week. And as you can see, this candle is already green again on the week. So the candle closed at 8 p.m. We've already had a bounce since then. So we're already looking green on the week. So let's take a look at what's happening here for Bitcoin and the possible scenarios. Is this a lower high? Okay. Are we in some type of downtrend? Are we going to end up coming down here, making a flag and hanging out in some type of sideways bull flag? To me, we've beat the bears back at this point. And, you know, you have to assume that we're in a bull flag. Do we come back down to the bottom and test 94.5 and go sideways a little bit? This is somewhat possible. I believe it's more likely that we continue out. But, you know, you have to assume if you did see a dump, it doesn't mean we're bearish. It could just be 4 more weeks of consolidation before a bigger pump. It does say you're getting to 141,000, though, somewhere by mid-March. And it could even be faster than that. I fancy that we're inside of a flag that broke out. You see? And we're on our way already to the upside. And we'd have to basically close a candle below, you know, 98,500. So, and we're on our way further. And there's a bigger target there. That says 147,000. And that could make it there somewhere by like, yeah, it says by St. Patty's Day by March 17th. So fireworks for St. Patrick's Day here for Bitcoin on the possible horizon. And so everything looks good for BTC. The weekly closed absolutely lovely. All we needed was a close above 98.5. We got that. So your weekly support of resistance is 98,005. And then I said, if you can get one above this key level there at 101,000. And the weekly candle did close just above 101,100. And now we're looking pretty bullish here so far for Bitcoin. So the weekly was absolutely lovely. What happened today, but this was a beautiful weekly close for BTC. And we could applaud Bitcoin with a huge weekly close. Almost had the biggest weekly close in history. The candle did have the potential. It just didn't close. Let's take a look at our 3-day chart and see what's happening here on the 3-day. In our 3-day chart, I said that we were in this flag. We broke out. It was a fake out. We broke back inside, and then we did continue to pump to the upside. Let's drag this right here. You clearly have support or resistance on the 3-day chart at about 101,500. You tested that today and bounced. Your next area is 102,260, which we're kind of dealing with right now. So you got to get back above 102,260, and then it's the all-time high. There's really not a lot of resistance on the 3-day chart. We're very oversold. Again, could this be a low? A high, a low, and a lower high? Is this a double top? Do we start to dump? I'm open-minded that anything is possible. Again, I'll show you things that would have to happen first on the smaller time frames, and then, you know, I would be able to give the call. The daily time frame. If you saw me on the daily recently, if you watched my update last, Friday night, anytime I put out the updates this weekend in my trading group, you can see that I kept saying that the daily was a little too far away from the 21-day moving average. And it would be nice if the daily came and hit it or came close to it. And I said it may even make one of these. I said we don't know what's going to happen here, but we're looking for the daily to consolidate. And it may consolidate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days here inside of a flag before it decides to break out for that bigger move. That would be an amazing consolidation. So I like what I'm seeing here for the daily. The daily has previous support and resistance kind of right where it's at. Resistance, resistance, resistance. And we've bounced here. So at about 100,800. And then our next local resistance is going to be 102.4, even 102.3. You could call it 102.5 on a wick, but 1025 would solidify the push. So I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin on the daily. It is a little overbought. There's some bearish div on the indicator. That's not the best. And the daily's a little overbought on the stochastics RSI. And again, we could be making one of these. So I'm not sure. This is the Twisted Sister. I do this all the time because I don't know what's going to happen. Okay? The smaller time frames will confirm what's likely going to happen here. I like the bounce, though, so far for BTC. So we're going to keep this alive until it's not. Again, it's one trend line right now. We don't have much to go on. 12-hour, 22, both want to reset. But you're kind of, you're keeping somewhat of a higher low there. 8-hour time frame resetting, but, bouncing off the 21-day moving average, very healthy. We just need some consolidation here for the next 16 to 24 hours. The 4-hour getting a bounce too, and let's take a look. Are we getting hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame? And that would say this is your swing low, and you would push it up, and that's an uptrend. You would pull a Fibonacci here. I mean, you came all the way to the 886 on that one. That was a nasty one. We could go from this wick, I guess, because it's bigger, and you could say it was the 786 money printer from wick to wick. So I'm cool with that. And we had wick, we had impulse, we came back, we bounced, and I see hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. I mean, you're swinging down on the RSI where you're swinging up on price. That tells me you'll break these highs before you'll break this low, and you got low stochastics. So hidden bullish on the 4-hour time frame tells me there's likely going to be a move to the upside here for Bitcoin. And if you're a daring person, and it is Friday, it's Sunday night. I don't like to go too crazy on a Sunday night, but a long right here with a stop below these wicks, right? And see if you get the bounce back to the upside. 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. I don't get the 3-to-1, so it's a little sketchy for me. Wow. I tell you what, I stay alive, man. I stay alive with each and every one of you. My lights weren't working. I had to reset them, do everything I could, and somehow at the last minute, everything turned on and got going. So let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame. The 1-hour time frame looks a little ugly, man. It's got hidden bullish, though, with the swing downs, with this swinging up. You could say this is its little trend line going on right now. It's not amazing. And it had the bearish divergence that took us down, right? So what do we figure out today? Well, we saw that the daily likes to come back to the 21. It looks like we're going to consolidate likely for a while. And we've bounced off the 200 MA. We did not lose the 200 MA. When this dumped, I told everyone, watch your 200 MA on the 1-hour time frame. We don't want to lose that key area, and watch this support. Watch this support zone at about 99,680, 700. And so what we're looking for is we're looking for Bitcoin to kind of flag out here somewhat, so it can make a bounce and then consolidate. We don't want to see it lose the 200. I would not open a short unless I saw the 1-hour close below the 200 MA. If I saw the 1-hour close a candle below the 200 MA, a stop loss below on the other side of that 200, and we take this puppy down through the gap right here to liquidity, you can see to 94,500. As I showed you, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world on the daily time frame, Anyway, so am I bullish or bearish for the night? I'm overly bullish for the 4-hour getting a bounce. All right. But I want to see what the 1-hour is doing. It looks like the 1-hour is going to flag out somewhat sideways here and find its way. So that's what I see happening for Bitcoin. I could be, horribly wrong, and we may dump. If tonight we start to dump, look for us to close a candle below the 200 MA on the 1-hour time frame. That'll send us further into despair and to the downside. So that's one thing that you want to pay attention to and make sure that is happening. All right. God bless my lifers who's here with me right now, kicking it in this impromptu time. Buy the rumors, sell the news. I bought this with the book value. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I suggest XRP and SUI give up their position unless they are ready to get wrecked. Really? Buy more virtual Cetus, AXBD swarms, and HyperGPT H-bar. I like it. All right, let's take a look at Trump coin and let's talk about the biggest elephant in the room here. Now, official Trump on MEXC. So Trump came out on MEXC at around 25, 25 bucks, right? A little, actually earlier on MEXC, but on TradingView MEXC, right? It was like maybe even a buck or two, 12 bucks or something. I find it right here. I can see it came out at, on MEXC, it hit $2. It was $2 when it started. All right. So even if you didn't go to a DEX and you just traded it on MEXC alone, and you heard about it when it just first got in, you could have got in about, I don't know, 5. I knew about it around 7, 8. I thought it was a scam. It took me from about 9 to 10 bucks to realize what it was, and I didn't get until 12. So one night I got in for about, my story was crazy. I got in for about 15, 16,000 at $12, or about maybe 14,000 at $12. And it would rip all the way. I'd be up 17.5 the next morning at like 25, you know, something 26.6, and I would sell it here. And it would come back down and make the flag. It would pump, and then it would get tight in here. And then around, what, around 29, 28 right here, as it started to pump, I said, man, that looks like that flag's gonna rip. And I said, there's an inverted head and shoulder there. And I put it out at like, I don't know, I'd say 10 at night, right? 11 at night. And I went in for, I said, hey, if it dumps and they can it, I'll be willing to give them back, I'd say like 10 grand of the 16 grand I'm at, or 6 grand of the 16 grand. So I said, okay. I said, and so I put in about 30, you know, what was it? I'm trying to even think. I could go back to exactly what did I put in, right? What did I put in over here? Freaking, I'm like shot out of my mind, right? Because I know I made 33,000. So I put in, I put in about $25,000, right? And that 26 would go all the way to like 77. It would triple. So my 20 grand must have been like 63,000 or something at one point. And I sold it. And it said I made about like 37,000. All right. So one night about 17, the next night about 37. It was about $54,000 in total. Then I even traded it on leverage for $1,000, right? And then I could just see that we were going to come back to the 21 day. And I'm shocked because I was just like, when you had that much money, and I was like, is it going up or down? I kept looking at it. I was trying to take naps. And then once it got here, though, I said to everyone on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I greatly appreciate it. Like, real information. I told you back, you know, and I said, watch out. Trump on the 1 hour looks like it'll dump back to the 21-day moving average, because whenever we gap away for the 21, this is my signal. I know this. I teach this. It's what I know to be true. It's like 99% accurate. You're going to head back down to that 21-day moving average. And so you may play around a little bit, but you're coming back to the 21. And so we played around, but we eventually would drop to the 21 and dump. And, you know, around here, I bailed out. I got in for $7 grand spot here. All right. And I got out again for like a $2,000 loss, because I was like, you know what? I said, if it pumps, I'll keep using some of what I made. I was like, I'll lose $5 grand to see if it continues to rip. So I'm sitting, you know, but then I was like, but if I put 50 grand in here and it dumps on me while I'm taking a nap, and I needed a nap because I hadn't slept. So I was like, what do I do? I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to nap. I can't be, it's just like, so the coin ruined my life is really what happened. Not my life, but it definitely was an insane weekend. And then what if it still pumps right now? And like, what now? So people are like, do I get in? Do I buy? Honestly, I've had my kind of way with it at this point. I've made 60 racks almost. I'm almost, and it's caused me great, like my office is a mess. I feel like I don't know. I can't explain it. It took over my mind. Now the MELANIA coin is there, and it's like, what is that? You know. So what I see about this is it has a little bit of support right there, and it bounced and wicked off of it, and it's holding the 618 golden pocket. You see that? And that's where you would get a bounce. Right? The target would take it back to 97. So I don't know if I want to play it anymore. Like, I just think I'm psychologically just like, and I did great. Like, I didn't get wrecked. I did great. I'm not hiding anything. It was awesome. I think a lot of people got absolutely rocked. But, yeah. Yeah, Portnoy made a mill. He went in for 500,000 at 25. But I hope he sold at 75, right? Yeah. Hey, Lever, what's your advice on mental health and how to keep moving forward? I mean, always work out and just make sure you stay in the present moment in time and stay in and state of gratitude. Always say thankful. Like, dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for all the people here on the live. 2,095 people here on the live stream. $24 in chat revenue. May God bless everybody here on the live. So Trump could bounce here off. If it bounces, this is where it would bounce off the 618 golden pocket. And the target would take it to 96.7. Am I getting back in? I mean, it bounced nicely off 35. All right. Now, the talk of the town is MELANIA, which the last time I looked at it, it was tanking. So this thing ripped up to a $7.3 billion market cap. At one point, it was at a $12 billion market cap. Since got sold off, but it ripped for about an hour and a half, 2 hours for massive gains. Of course, like if you got in at the beginning, it wasn't that crazy, I guess. Like 4x, maybe a 20x at the very beginning. Still looks like it could do maybe 168% gains. Not a lot at this point. And I wouldn't get overhyped with this stuff either, you know. We shouldn't let them take over our entire space. You know, like everyone we knew sold all their coins for, it's like, dang, man. Honestly, though, I think Ava AI comes back strong. You see these? That's a shoulder, head, and shoulder, though. Look at that. That looks like it wants to dump, so I'm not in this anymore. I'm still in my KOLIN. But they tanked KOLIN pretty hard today. And that's shoulder, head. Everything's in a double bottom. KOLIN would have to bounce back again here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Trump coin of MELANIA comes swept through the liquidity like a Jumanji seed from out the movie. It really did. Yeah, Trump made $1 billion and have not even clocked in yet. I know, right? Interesting. Good deal on Morph AI right now. Hot coin. Vert AI is hot too. RAI is hot. It's a lot of good projects out here. Vader AI and Vapor, everything down 20, 25%, 30%. The entire AI space took a beat down. Pretty crazy. Like, none of us knew, like, we didn't know they were going to come out with that coin. I didn't have an insider buddy. No one told me. I wasn't tipped off. If I did, you know. Still not too bad if you think about it. The last big pullback this had, this went from 17 back to 12 and then bounced. So it's still not down where it was before. It's still stronger than it was before, which tells me that there's just leverage here. And these will bounce back pretty strong. 262 for virtuals. AOI 16Z, are correct. Anon, Cerebro. Anon may be something you want to look into. Anon AI. So, yeah, and let's see if there's any strong coins out there too right now in the market. Wow, that was crazy. I think it's going to take a couple days for us to figure out what actually just happened to us. Just insanity. So AI 16Z, you'd think that would be the first thing to bounce, and it is bouncing. Well, look at that, 23% everything. But in the last hour, we're going to give it a bit of a bounce. Jupe, remember, we're sick when Jupe's below $1. We're good when Jupe's back. So Jupe's got to get back above $1. Solana had that rip to 290, almost went to $300. Got that nasty pullback too, but still strong at 241. Caspa holding 12, you know, so these are, I mean, coins are holding, right? But a lot of coins had this run up and then no. Sui still holding its gains too. Chainlink at 24. Chainlink strong. Chainlink don't care. Look, up 24% in 7 days. Chainlink didn't get back. Chainlink's actually the strongest performing coin really in 7 days right now, like comparatively. It didn't get back any gains. See, Chainlink's on fire. And I got into Chainlink for like about 100K at about 11, somewhere between 11 and $12. That thing is, I mean, I'm loving it right now. So Adam holding 597, but Adam likes to get kicked in the teeth every week. Cardano barely holding $1, Near holding 498. I mean, it was a wow. All coins got absolutely bashed in the face. And official Trump is the 72nd coin at a $9 billion market cap. Up 600% in 7 days, up 41% in 24 hours, up 5% in the last hour alone. Still up, right? Render even taking a hit back to 672. So even the big boys, Insanity how hard these altcoins took a hit. And there's MELANIA right there. MELANIA at a $1.2 billion market cap at 778. All right. It was an Elon token. It was a BARRON token. It's pretty crazy. Okay. They all seem to be the quote-unquote official memes. Again, there's mixed signals across the crypto market over this, you know. So BARRON actually just kind of came back down here to the lower level. Didn't even do anything really, just kind of rounded its bottom there. Let's see it on the 15-minute. See, it just had a rounded bottom. It has a bit of a Adam and Eve double bottom there. BARRON. Shout out to Barron Trump if you're watching. God bless you, brother. May your father have a great presidency. May America's thrive forever. And may we win back just the respect of the world and show everybody who America really is, man. Amen. Bit of an Adam and Eve possible double bottom there, right? You know, realize the fake official tokens will dump when the actual person tweets. You're funny, right? Drift protocol. No, these are the real tokens. There's something weird about it, yeah. I mean, these all look just like the real one, right? So you don't know. Who knows, though? You know what I mean? They all could be rug pulls. The MELANIA one looks official, to be honest. That one came from her tweet. Like, she really tweeted it. You see? 3.4 million followers, MELANIA. So. But it really caused like a frenzy throughout the market. What did people say when I said this? It's the bottom here or it's not. MELANIA, right? Hope not, Cerebro. In the trenches. Funny, known for their controversial online presence have announced their return to TikTok. Funny, it's funny they're on TikTok because I thought TikTok was, you know, like TikTok just got banned in the US and then they're back. It's so funny, right? Wow, Scottie Pippen wants the memes. You see, he got so pissed, man. Crypto face, see? I mean, this is, see, the crypto face is what a lot of people are feeling right now, right? Have this meme, scandalous, you know what I mean? It's just, he's, you know, that's not really, you know, funny. He's like, the curse is real on me. He says, Connor, trade me if you want gains in 2025. Nah, man, it's all good. You'll bounce back. So creepy, right? I like it. Anyway, yeah, Gary, come back. Someone said, right? Yeah, like we liked it when Gary was here. Our crypto coins were better, didn't dump as hard. So weird, I said that right, but that's just. Anyway, so there's mixed signals across the market. Let's take a look at Total 3, which is the entire market cap of all of the cryptocurrency. So if you're willing, if you think this is going to bounce, that's where it would bounce. I just got to say it, right? I'm a little wiped out, you know. So the total market cap in all of crypto, it broke out, but it is retesting this top trend line. And if we make it something like even like this, you could say it's making one of these, which is a good pattern if it could bounce. Like, it's got to bounce. We don't want to lose this bottom trend line. But if that bounces and get tight, I could see it as a shoulder head, possible a right shoulder, and we break on out of here. So the total market cap still looks good to me. All is well that ends well so far, right? Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. And that still is on track for a pump to the upside. A little of a retrace here, but still strong. It wasn't really strong enough to derail Bitcoin dominance. And I see, as long as that's strong, then Bitcoin's strong. Tether dominance must have fallen through a cliff because of the Trump coin. Dude, a bearish retest right there. And we want to see that do a right shoulder. So just like I showed you that other one that's about to make, you know, if you flip this upside down, the right shoulder there for the alts. we want to see this right shoulder here in the dump. So we'll be watching this for the next 4 to 5 days, but that's something we want to see there on Tether dominance. And let's take a look at total 3. All right. Okay. Yeah. This did put a lot of eyes on cryptocurrency. You know, more people are into crypto than ever. We had this huge bounce. So you could say that's a double top. We double topped on the alts at 1.14. Came back down for this bounce, but that's still a bullish retest there. And the money didn't go back into Tether, you can see. So, right? Yeah, survive the Trump tsunami and hold. Okay, exactly. Everything will eventually fall back into pieces of the puzzle, in my humble opinion. And what's happening here is we're having this upward trend line. And we're just consolidating as far as I'm concerned. And we could go down a little bit more, bounce and get tight. So I'm not stressed. One step at a time, one moment at a time, one day at a time. All we can do is stay in the present, take a deep breath, and remain calm. That's it. Think about it. If it was going crazy and it was going to dump, would freaking out help us? No. If it was all good and we were in a good place, would freaking out help us? No. So no matter what was going to happen, whether we're going to dump to the downside and collapse or whether we're going to make it through, we got to remain calm for our own mental sake and for our healthy well-being. All right. We can't let the money control us. So right now we want to make sure this isn't a double top that's going to dump us. We want to see sideways price action while the stochastics reset for a bend. And then we're good to get back to 165 and all is well that ends well. All right. So far we're okay. All right. Let's take a look at XRP. Someone said it gave back the whole pump that it had. I mean, not that Mary, quite contrary. That's actually not true. This is actually what this is really good is you just got tested. Your altcoins just got tested and they're actually like, don't you want to get tested? Don't you want to make sure that this rally is a real rally? And I'll be honest, what that Trump coin did is really test your, and look how strong XRP is. And it looks like for, 4 or 5 days, we might get some sideways price action. Tomorrow's the inauguration. Okay, things are going to settle in. The markets are closed tomorrow. That's lack of liquidity. That always causes a bit of an issue. So that's going to throw off our trading week. So it's going to take us a week to get back to the week. And that's just what happens. Mar-a-Lago on Maxi tomorrow. You're funny. Is that real? I appreciate the attention to the healthy living, making it all possible. It's easy to grind away. So thank you for bringing it back to what's important in life. Or amen. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and let's take a look too. Like, I remember this coin, I put out a play for it. Look at that, hit all-time high and then came right back down just 2 days ago. But look at that, flag did play out beautifully. SPX, this thing's still holding gains huge. No one seems to care about this coin. Maybe a little pullback's coming. But yeah, it's not all bad here. Sui, I believe, Deep Book is going to present a good, look for this to come down and start to get tight. Looks like Trump just kind of got us to consolidate a little bit here, and people were just pissed because we got a nice pump and some of it got, brought back a little bit. Right? Trump mentioned Uncle Sam like 5 times. He's going to do the no crypto tax thing. That'd be amazing. I read the SEI at zero utilization that everything went to Sol. See us nowhere to go but down to this point. Accurate or worth holding? I mean, SEI does something different too, though. So, Say has a play at one point, but you never know. It's up to you. Yeah, it's hard to send Sol, like, it's suspended on a lot of it because, if you had only a certain amount of liquidity of Sol and everyone's trying to send Sol off your exchange, you might run out of Sol. So if you don't have enough Sol, you're going to have to stop the withdrawals. You see what I'm saying? It's just like, anyway. Actually, the charts, not too much of the news. Trump was just an excuse. It's Sunday. Hey. Can you please explain when to read the flags you put up? You are so fast, I can't follow. Thank you. It takes time, my friend. Yeah, it takes time. Just keep watching and acclimate yourself to me, and you won't be the first person that was confused at first, but eventually became a master in the charts. So have faith in yourself that you will figure this out. And together we'll make it happen. So Trump looks like it may get a pump here back to the upside from low stochastics. You know, it definitely looks like if it's going to bounce, this would be the bounce period here for the Trump coin. All right. Trump was never about crypto and just about moving cheap as always. Always a politician. Hey, you never know, man. I'm open-minded to anything. So one step, one day, one candle at a time. It's working out for crypto. I'll tell you that. You know, my Bitcoin's 100x. Right? Business is booming. So, hey. Yeah. Exactly. Just keep going. 100%. 100%. And let's take a look at those banter bubbles. Look at ENS getting a bounce. So in the last hour, you know, you got Farcoin, SOS, Pengu. You got some green, but not amazing. And of course, everything down today, but Farcoin's strong. And Trump coin, only really 2 coins holding us down. And recently, just right now, nothing too crazy. Everything's still in the red as we speak. All right. What's up, ENS, right? No, not even ENS. No. So, and it looks like Trump may get some more love here. Very oversold in the 1 hour time frame. Been watching you for over a year. Great content. Could you review $1 at some point? It's a soul meme. It's called $1. Huh? Just buy $1 worth of this coin. 55 mil. Interesting. So it came back down to a fib. It came up and ripped up. Got that trend line forming now. It could add all the way back to 1388. Or not back to, but to 1388. I'm tired, so I'm going to say some funky stuff. But yeah, I could see it heading back to 13, you know, all the way to 14. Out this beautiful move. Funny, just buy $1 this coin. I've never heard about it. I don't know what it is. I like to look at the Twitter and the website and just kind of take it in. The dollar was driven by a strong united community with a bold decision to offset inflation, achieve and surpass $1 value. Higher. Casually cruising through the sea in red in our green boat. Interesting. Funny they put that in there, right? Higher. Hey, it has a thesis, right? And it may create a collective. It's got an idea behind it. You never know. Wow, Trump coin starting to get that pump. It's been pumping since we put it out there at 44 all the way up to 47. Almost up 10% now. Bouncing off the 618 golden pocket. If you get above that high volume node, it can bounce back to 65, which would be about a 50% gain for Trump coin. Can you forex trade crypto in the US? Haven't found a solid answer. You could do it at BingX with a VPN, I believe. Yeah. Sam, you're a savage on these charts, but in today's AM stream, you almost dropped, and that's when I knew my mentor is human. I didn't drop an F-bomb. No. You were confused. Yeah. Dougie Fresh needs to be booted. No worries, we'll boot him out. All right. We boot him out there over there. He's gone, all right? Okay, he could do whatever he wants. He's the president of the United States, said Ryan Foshog. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen with crypto over the next few months. It's going to be wild. It is. A lot of people say, could Trump do this? Why did he do this? Just give it some time. I think everything will make sense over time. All right? Everyone's just worried about their altcoins right now and freaking out, and they're all pissed. I get it. And if you didn't get in on Trump to offset the losses, you're pissed. I get it. It's not easy. Not easy at all. When do you reckon crypto will pump again? Probably never. No, I'm just... You got Joe Biden shorts? No. I'm wearing pants, man. Yeah. can get a felony for a bad check. Relax, kids. You're so funny. Shout out to Bob. Scared chop is what makes us do. Yeah. Why leave the U.S. when Trump is in office? Also, aren't you scared to live in Dubai? There's a price. There's a prince. If there's a prince, if you piss off wrong, you're done. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. The thing. Like, if you say the wrong thing, you're done. Disappear. Right. So many crybabies in crypto. GF Perk says, yes, I do see that. 100%. Crybabies in crypto. So Bitcoin in this flag looks like it's going to make a nice pump out the flag to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for BTC, and I don't usually trade Sunday nights, but that looks good to me. And I wouldn't be surprised if that gets a bit of a pump here to the upside and take us back to $104,346 with a stop below $850. Like a magic wand, swirl poof, you're gone. Because Lifer says, yeah, I don't know what that means. My dog stepped on my keyboard a while I was sleeping and did the short at 74. Crazy. That's so fun. The Ninja Crybabies, not everyone rich is rich. Voodoo, I don't know what that means. Can El Trumbo go to Canada with a fish? Funny, man. He can go wherever he wants, man. So I make it small, 117 for 350 while I'm going to sleep tonight, just to kind of dabble. But it definitely looks like this could make a nice pump to the upside. I like to wake up to $300 and start my day. You know what I mean? For sure. And again, I trade here on MEXC. If you want to trade on MEXC, it's awesome. You want to trade on weeks, both are great places to trade. Okay? You can trade spot. You can do whatever you like on weeks and MEXC. All right, follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. Hit you with the 1, 2, 3. All right. But you can sign up to weeks in the description of the pinned comment right there. We make it simple. If you want to know, if you want to trade how I traded, I was calling Trump left and right in the trading group as well as on Twitter, but in the trading group as well. Go to CryptoLifer.com. My deep book protocol call, all my recent calls in the last 5 or 6 days that have absolutely exploded to the upside. And again, we just don't take days off. Sol for the massive boom off the bottom of the channel for 55% gains. Trump coin for 161. Deep book for 15% and even more. I was putting out deep for a long time. That huge pump for Bitcoin that we called before it happened there on the 17th. This huge pump for deep book for another 75%. Mode, Griffin, EMP, SWE. The list goes on and on and on. More accurate Bitcoin calls. It's actually been one of my greatest weeks of accurate Bitcoin calling. Like, it's just been nuts. So anyway. Wearing the same coat, same thing. Hey, there I am. Hey. I'm a little younger in that picture. I'm a little older now. How am I looking like? Just bugging out. Hey, brother, thanks for all you do. Keep us the great work. If you got time, can you take a look at AERO USD, please? And let's take a look at the super chats. People are jumping on it here. Let's see what's happening here at 11:16. All right. Hey, brother, thanks for all you do. God bless you, man. Is Bio Protocol a scam? I don't know, man. It's up to you. Been watching you for over a year. Great content. Could you review it on $1 at some point? This Soul meme. And Griffin analysis, please. Hey, Lifer, part of the 99 liquidated my account on Trump after doubling it. I'm still learning so much, and let the demons of greed take me Friday night. I'm going to become much more disciplined and learn from this. Hey, God bless you, man. It happens. I like that you admitted it and came out and talked about it. And thank you so much for giving. You lost, and you still gave 99. You're someone that's a lot's gonna come your way. Because you're not clinging to your money. When you cling to your money, less is coming. You lost and gave your money away, it means more is coming. And people would say, oh, yeah, because you got the money, of course. You're a guru. But if it wasn't me receiving it, it wouldn't matter. The truth would still be true. He's the one giving. Well, he reaps what he will sow. Men will reap what they sow. Sam, can you check ETH? Is it low in or is the low in already? Lifer, you're the man. God bless you. You're the man. Butsinator. So let's take a look at Griffin. Let's take a look at Griffin ETH. We're going to take a look at Bio and run that. We're going to go to anti-rug. We'll go to anti-rug. We'll go to deck screener. We'll put in Bio here. And this dollar coin looks like it could pump. You may be onto something there with Bio. With $1. Bio. I mean, it looks like a rug, right? The way it just continuously dumping. For sure. That looks horrible. How is the market cap so big, though? I don't understand. Yeah, so what I do is I take this, I go to anti-rug, and I would paste in that contract. Only sole address is supported. That kind of stinks. I used to go to another one like this. I had another one. Was it PooCoin.com? Remember, there's so many different ones. Remember PooCoin? So crazy, right? There's another one I used to go to, though. Token Sniffer. Token Sniffer and see if I can pop this in here. I haven't been here in a while. I forgot about this one. Let's see what it says. Taking its time. So it gives it a really low score. It's sellable. It's not a honeypot. Okay. The measure of how well the token's criteria, right? But owner wallet contains less than 5%. Creator wallet contains less than 5%. Adequate current liquidity. Initial liquidity. At least 90% liquidity burned or locked for at least 15 days. Owner wallet contains less than 5%. I mean, it looks okay. I don't know, though. The chart looks absolutely horrible. So, sad to say, you know, sometimes you get caught up in some garbage. Sometimes you don't. It all depends. Right? Anyway, why do they launch another meme? That was just a bad move. Yeah, I agree. I agree. %, in stables after Trump. Oh, come on, man. No offense, but that's kind of like, whatever. I should make fun of people. God bless him. He made money. But 80% in stables? Come on, man. Like, are you serious? Like 80% in Solana, man. Like, let's get real. Solana booming. Anyway, I do things differently than everybody else. It's okay. I just lost 800K to MELANIA. Maybe, you know, who knows? 800K MELANIA instantly. I think I'm going to cry. This is all my money I ever made in crypto. Why? Why did you put it all there? Like, I'm a natural born winner. And you put all your money. He must be joking, right? He's definitely joking. I literally sold because it was going down increasingly. I don't know who would do that. I mean, I told you when to sell and you didn't listen to me. This guy was all over Twitter all day. I know he saw my tweets. These people don't listen, man. It's okay. You know? Short Trump, long MELANIA. No. Your job is to avoid the drifter. Here's our first example, right? It's crazy, man. Overreaching U.S. government predatory, the new incoming president just launched a meme coin. Yes, cryptos will enter. Your job is not to fail prey to them. 100%, man. Right? So imagine getting rugged by the president of the United States. Crypto Bitcoin. No one can buy or sell. Stay calm. All we do is what? See, I don't know. That's why you get out. That's the thing. I wasn't in. Here's another thing. I was trading this thing on MEXC where the liquidity was so vast. They already had to buy a bunch of liquidity and keep it moving. So by trading on MEXC or weeks, you had the liquidity behind you. MEXC specifically had liquidity. So I was trading. You could go 50, 60, 100K, 200K. They had the liquidity to back it up. You can get in and out so simply on MEXC. That's why I love MEXC. The liquidity is amazing. Again, keep most of your money on a hardware wallet. I mean, do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor, but I would keep most of my money on a hardware wallet. But you do whatever makes you happy. All right? You do whatever makes you happy. 97. We could hit 97. This thing is pumping, man. Let's look at the smaller time frames and see if it's making a flag. What's happening? 5 minute, 7 minute. And so it's doing that Adam and Eve double bottom that we all know and love, and that's like likely breaks up 68% of the time. So there's, I mean, this says it's going to 64. Like that's what this pattern does. So the pattern says it'll go to 64. Again, it could be in a bear flag, you know, but I see it in this kind of wedge that broke back inside. One thing I'm looking at it is we could bring this flag up here. And it's funny, people that don't know TA will watch this and be all confused and be like, I don't know what this guy's doing, and walk away. TA is like a hidden language. If you do the math and you put in the real work, then you'll know what I'm saying. But if you just want an easy road, then it's not going to happen. Look, see this beautiful, so we bounced twice, made a higher low, and then you got a gap right here. Tells me that Trump is probably likely to bounce back to 65, and maybe faster than we realize. So yes, it looks like Trump may make a bounce back to the upside. Again, people are going to love it. People are going to get crazy with it. You know, you put in what you're willing to lose and let it ride, as far as I'm concerned. But that's about it, right? I might get in for like $5,000 and see what happens. I don't know. It's like, it's been such a rally, man. $48.43. Just that Adam and Eve breaks out like 90% of the time. So I feel like there's and I could be wrong, and I don't mean to shill because, you know, who knows? And it's high risk, and be careful, and you should know what you're doing. But this tells me there's a very high chance we go up 33% and we boom up to 64.83. All right. So with that being said, you know, and that's kind of what everybody wants to know tonight, right? And so I see an Adam and Eve here inside the flag. It could get tight now. What if it gets tight inside the flag? And it could make a dump. Head back to 25. You know, you got to be open-minded. Anything is possible, and only put where you're willing to lose. So, what I would do is I'd be DCing into projects that I still like. If I liked render, I'd grab some render. If I like, you know what I mean? If I didn't make some really good buys on the low already, then I'd be grabbing what I could. But look at this thing already kind of flaring up to 49. All right. And so this thing is moving. This thing is moving. And that's an Adam and Eve double bottom. It's a known reversal pattern. I play patterns. I don't know what else is going to happen. I don't play the predicament or what this and that or talk nonsense about, you know. Again, you'll have some resistance at 53. And look, you got a gap in the VRVP all the way back to liquidity. It could even get back to 70 or 69. On the big picture, what you're looking for here, watch this. I'll do you another one. On the big picture, you could be doing something like this. Number one, that's a trend line, right? So, but you could be making one of these. And this could come back up. Shoulder, head, make a shoulder, and then this thing could bounce again. It may not be done yet, and it may go to 122, right? He may say things that are so crazy and get people so awesome, they just want to buy this coin more and more. He may say that, you know, no capital gains on this. It's made in the United States. So this coin, we don't know what's going to happen, but, you know, keep this open. So maybe it dumps to zero and goes nowhere. But there's a chance here. So it is what it is. You got to be open-minded. I don't know what's going to happen, just like Bitcoin. I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. We do this all the time. I have not a clue what they're going to do. We play it one step, one day, one candle at a time. All right, my friends? As long as we stay level-headed, we'll be able to figure out what's happening. That's the key. So we called a long for Bitcoin. We're actually in the gains. $3. Oh my God. Got it at 101.7 and it's at really right there. So we got in at really right where we're at. But let's see if this thing can move. I like how the 200 is turning to the upside. We got to get above the 200 on the 5-minute time frame. This would be our next hurdle. If we get above the 5-minute 200 MA, then we can continue to pump. We got a long road ahead of us. But look, another Adam and Eve double bottom with the flag. So, hey, I'm long for Bitcoin. Looks like Trump could get a reversal. Everyone freaked out on low liquidity on the weekends. Their altcoins took a bit of a hit, but I see consolidation. This week looks great. Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be fine. One step, one candle at a time. I wouldn't go too crazy tonight. Take a deep breath. Reset. Get a good night's sleep if you can. If you can. Hey, love the stream. Can you take a look at Foxy, please? Hey, brother, any thoughts about market on Tuesday? Are going to be green, I hope, for a few days. SP. We'll see. One step at a time, my friend. God bless you, though. I appreciate it. Hey, brother, thanks for all you do. Keep up the great work. If you got time, can you look at Aerodrome? So we looked at Bio. Okay. We looked at $1. We got to look at GRIFFAIN. We looked at Trump coin. We got to look at ETH. Is the low in already? Somebody asked. Oh, Ethereum. So let's take a look at ETH. It's just consolidating as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so I like where ETH's at right now, and it's just getting tight. It's just taking its time. It's just taking its time, but I see Ethereum just getting tight. And yes, it did bottom there at about 2,200, if that's what you're asking. And right here, did it bottom here? It may still bounce off of 2870 one more time, but there's a chance that you could continue, but I just see it going sideways. It says it'll eventually get to 8,500, but yeah, I don't know. You know, I don't really, you know, I hold like, you know, 30 ETH or whatever, but I'm just, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of ETH anymore. Sorry. I bought it at 89 bucks. I knew it at when it was $9. Right. Let's take a look at GRIFFAIN. And this is one of the hottest coins on the dip too. And I put it out here in the flag. Recently, I put it out right there. So since I recently put it out in the trading group, it's still up a beautiful 140%. So I put it out in this flag. Then I put it out in this flag. So GRIFFAIN is so strong right now, it's ridiculous. Like, it's probably going to pump. So if anything pumps tonight, GRIFFAIN's going to pump. Look at that. So I think we found our trade of the night. GRIFFAIN is hot right now. It doesn't care. See, when something doesn't care about the rest of the market, like this is on an upward trajectory and it doesn't really care what Bitcoin did. It's on its own thing. And so you gotta respect that pump. You gotta respect the hustle. GRIFFAIN doesn't care. And so GRIFFAIN at 82 looks very likely, and I can stand by that because it's telling me with the higher lows what the market wants to do. So again, and this is my call right there for GRIFFAIN, the entry with 34. And I even gave it here too at 18. So I don't know what to tell you, but my calls are still stone cold here. This thing still looks great. I see GRIFFAIN going to 82. GRIFFAIN trade still going well. Possible place to add right there, right? So I always say, you know, that's something I'm looking at now. Man, I love the Discord. I love this life. And this was like the hottest coin in the game, and you bought it, and then it kept pumping. See what happens when you buy the lead horse? I always do that. Like I buy Solana. Like sometimes it's the obvious you bought, you know. Trading isn't as complicated as people realize. It's uncomplicating it for ourselves. We complicate it in our minds, honestly, right? And make things seem way more difficult than they really are. Okay. And we looked at MELANIA. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you on MELANIA. I mean, you could pull a fib here and say, does it come down? And is it bouncing here? But to me, it looks like it's got a little ways to go. And I don't know, does it pump? If you're holding the coin, do you get an airdrop? Who knows what the heck's going on? It would go to 20 if it bounced off the 618 golden pocket, though. All right. All right, and that kind of, that's going to end the show. I'm going to kind of run it down here and get some sleep. I've got like a sweat on my brow. It's been insane. I streamed all weekend long. We made it. I don't know how we did it. We looked at all the different stuff you guys asked about, though, and we had a good chat. Everybody, I'll be back tomorrow for Monday like we are every single Monday. We'll look at AERO and FOXY, and then I'll bounce. I'm just exhausted, everybody. Like, each super chat I do is like, oh my God. No, but I'm like, FOXY on ETH was hot. Every coin got beat down that had no utility. You know, anyone that was shilling memes on you all day long, telling you memes are the best, and I don't know, man. I can't stand memes personally. Like, I have them because I feel like I have to have them, but I don't really wish I had to have them. I'd rather just buy utility, you know? Like the good old stock market back in the day. That's a cup and handle. It could continue to pump. I wouldn't touch it. You know? There you go. 48,333. That's crazy, right? Right when I came. Let's take a look at AERO here on Coinbase. Wow, all the way back to 116, man. I still got faith in the 3-day chart, though. The 3-day chart's oversold. Still looks like it wants to pump. So just some sideways price action on the 3-day chart. Everything still looks good to me. We're still above a buck. Like, nothing has changed about my overall thesis here. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, I love each and every one of you. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. I will see you all tomorrow for another amazing live stream. I gave you a possible reversal for Trump coin there. Things that I'm looking at. It could be a bear flag too. Just be careful. It's super high risk. One step at a time. You know, if I were you, I'd go to bed tonight and just reset. And that's what I'm going to do. So, and just kind of try to find out what actually happened here. So, I love each and every one of you. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. And yeah, you're awesome people. You're great. I love the support. Shout out to decrypted.tax. Shout out to, you know, Bookmap, everyone that I work with. You know, Mexi, Weeks, TradingView, and everyone in the world, man. We love you guys. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I'm out. Remember, the secret to success is getting a good night of sleep.